Pranav. He wants to know if one should invest in international funds and how should one go about finding a good international fund.
Yes, one should invest in international fund. And I think one should look for that international fund. First, you should narrow the universe. There are many international funds which are not worth investing. They have been in the country. They have been available to Indian investors for many, many years. And they have not produced anything meaningful. They are too diversified. The oldest international fund is spread over many countries, and the oldest international fund available to Indian investors is 10-12 years old, and invested in many geographies. It has not produced anything meaningful. It is a great case for diversification which has not worked out. I would say that one should look at an international fund, but it should also be a promising investment and a investment which you don't have access to in the Indian market. For example, when I'm looking at those international, those US-domiciled funds, particularly the Nasdaq or the US Opportunity Fund, or you are getting exposure to a market which has a large set of globally competitive businesses and dominance of technology businesses which dominate in their segment. Those businesses, a great business is the one which becomes a monopoly. And you come across many of those technology-led monopolies in the US, not elsewhere. Yes, you come across some great brands or consumer brands and things like that, but they are also moving target. They change with times. But technology-led, dominant, innovation-led such businesses. So I would say that should be the top part of your international diversification. And maybe, even there you have 2-3 kind of things available. One, you have a blend portfolio, which is very, good component of growth companies, good component of value companies, relatively available companies available cheap, and a good component, a spread of growth and value. So that is a simple way of looking at it. If you're looking for a growth portfolio, look at all those technology, Nasdaq 100, S&P 500. I would call it a blend portfolio. Then you have this US Opportunity Fund and many other things. Don't get into anything narrow. Don't get into anything which is exotic. Because they have this. Either they are at the top or at the bottom of the league tables, which is undesirable. So choose a blend or a growth portfolio.